Hey everyone, how you doing? Okay, it's been a while since the last Game Editions video, so here it is. A bunch of Dreamcast games, a couple more for the Amstrad GX 4000, and a few for the Amiga, of course. Always the Amiga games. Okay, before all them, I've got another soundtrack. This is called Immortal 3. Pretty nice artwork. It's a bit bright today, so I know you can see it properly. Oh, that's not about the artwork, of course, it's about what's on it. Now, Immortal series, I think there's a series of 4 releases, 2 disc versions. It's all Amiga soundtracks. So the likes of Lotus, Turrican of course, Pidia, Wings of Death, list goes on. A few of the Team 17 releases, you know, like Super Frog, Alien Breed, all on here. This came out in 2006. There is a website if you went to AmigaImmortal.com. Gives you a list of the total list of the tracks and that. 2 of these were on eBay at the time, and I won one of them, so that's not too bad. I won the one I wanted as well, so that's the main thing. It goes with the other couple of soundtracks we've got. Actually got quite, well, not quite a collection. 3 Intel, Chaos Field, and a Gradius arcade soundtrack, which is the first 4 Gradius games. Okay, Dreamcast games then. Didn't think I'd be buying any more then, to be honest. But this was a must. You all know it by now probably, Gunlord. Yeah, this has come out a couple of months ago now. So I haven't done a video since then for these. Yes, so Gunlord, if you didn't know, is basically Turrican for the Dreamcast. This is the standard release, which I think the artwork might actually be better. Have a look at that. Japanese and English right on the side. This is a multi-region, or any region, disc. Nice colour picture disc, as well as a really nice colourful manual, as games that are released now are. Just show you a few of the screens inside. That middle cover art, really nice, isn't it? Yeah, so this is basically Turrican, as I said, for the Dreamcast, and you think, well, for me, Turrican, probably my favourite series of games ever. It's got to be a winner, isn't it? If I was giving this a percentage, at the moment, although I haven't played it that much, I'd probably only give it about 70%, which isn't bad, not brilliant, but I don't know. Maybe the playability is not quite right compared to Turrican, which is 22 years older in this. So, but a welcome addition all the same. Right, 2 more Dreamcast games, and both of these are actually newer releases. First of them, probably pronounce this wrong, but it's Crus, or is it Crus? Don't really know. Yes, this is like a cel-shaded vertical scrolling shooter. In all honesty, this and the other game I have, which is also cel-shaded, isn't really my cup of tea. Colour manual, but all in Japanese, so I won't get it on out to show you. Yeah, maybe I just haven't played this enough yet. It's alright, it's not a terrible one, nothing like that at all, of course not. But, don't know, hasn't really worked for me yet. And the other one I'll show you, of course, is Radurgi, also known as Radilgi. This is Radurgi on the side there, Japan on the other side. Again, like I said, cel shaded. Should be able to just about see the graphics on the back there. So, nice disc inside. Now, I had this, the story goes, I had this on the GameCube. Again, it was a Japanese version, it wasn't a power release on the GameCube. It's my card. And whatever I tried, even with Freeloader, I couldn't get it to work on GameCube. I tried all different methods, searched on the internet about it, anything else to come up. There we go, characters. And yeah, couldn't get it to work, so in the end, I've been looking for the Dreamcast version for a while anyway. I mean, the game's alright, but I thought, well, picking up the Dreamcast version, I'll sell the GameCube version, although the Dreamcast version goes for a lot more. So I didn't pay as much for this as I would have done. But them 2 games combined, probably around £80 actually, so it was quite a bit. Yes, so like I said, I didn't think I'd be buying too many more Dreamcast games, and there's one more to come, which is not released yet, I don't think. Stormwind, which looks an amazing shooter. Really looking forward to that coming along. Right, we go back in time a bit to the days of the failed consoles, the first failed consoles, being the Amstrad and Commodore ones. This was one of them, the GX4000 and Pro Tennis Tour. Typical screens on the back there, what you saw on tennis games back then. Haven't changed that much, to be honest. What can you do with tennis? Yeah, there's about 24-25 games released for the system, as I'm sure quite a few of you are aware now. And 2 of them are actually tennis games. Would have thought it, eh? So there we go. Cartridge in the middle, as always, and a Seen Better Days manual. Yes, doesn't look in great condition. I've not actually played this one yet, but it should be pretty good. I mean, tighten your grip, prepare to serve at your best shot. Pro Tennis Tour is about to begin. So yeah, this wasn't too bad. It's about £14. That's not too bad actually for a GX4000 game. Don't often come much cheaper than that. The second one was a bit more. It was about £24 actually. I like this game. I like it. On any system I played it. Not sure what the first system was, but Crus is now for the GX4000. Nice and colourful. Got the screens on the back there. You've probably heard of Crus. Not. It's like barely a Tetris variant. It's quite a different game altogether, if you ask me. But the blocks come down as conveyor belt, coloured blocks, and the idea is you put them into their lines. You can do vertical, horizontal, diagonal lines, stuff like that. If you do diagonal lines, it's more points, things like that, for example. And it gets quicker and quicker. You've got so many to make for each level before time runs out, or before you just get beaten by blocks. In the side again, manual, and this cartridge is in absolutely top-notch condition. I've never seen a GX4000 game so brilliant condition. Looks like it's been bought, played, still broken there. That's it. Played once and that's it. That's what it looks like. Love it on the Amstrad and the GX4000. Really nice and colourful, just a little bit slow. Not too bad though. That takes my total GX4000 games up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14. So about 10 more to go. Alright. Not bad. Of course they get more expensive and more expensive as you go along. Okay, on to the Amiga then. Just 5 Amiga games. I'll call it a day. Eagle's Nest. Sound familiar? Into the Eagle's Nest on the 8-bits. Just Eagle's Nest for the Amiga. It's come out a few years after the, or about 2 or 3 years after the 8-bit releases. Basically it's like Gauntlet from Above, but World War II. You play that dashing fellow on the front there, of course. Yeah. Instructions on the inlay and disc. Nothing else to excite you with. I quite liked it on the Amstrad actually. Limited sounds on it, if I remember rightly. And I can't remember. I did have a go on this quickly, but I can't remember the Amstrad version. I think maybe most versions. The enemy don't fire at you. German soldiers walking around with guns don't shoot you. So maybe a bit of a mistake there, but the amount of soldiers you get on screen, whereas they touch you like in Gauntlet or anything like that, they drain your energy. It makes up for it, I suppose. Say, collect treasure, things like that. Stronghold must be destroyed, so the major Allied offensive can begin. So the previous sabotage attempt failed, and the 3-man team captured. So rescue hostages as well, that sort of thing. Put it out there. Yeah, not bad for a 99p plus postage. Okay, this one wasn't 99p, a big box game, pretty rare. Mr. Nuts in Hopping Mad. Ah, size of that box. Oh, big box games, I love it, don't they? Just for a couple of discs and a manual. But we do like these big boxes, don't we? Well, most of us do. So this is a platformer. Quite a varied platform actually. Really, really good graphics in most places. Some strange bosses it looks like in it as well. Really haven't done me homework on this one yet, to be honest. A totally new adventure for Mr. Nuts on your Amiga. Mr. Nuts finds new skills as he flies, swims and dives throughout perilous missions. Tunnels, clouds, rafts and weird warp zones. Special power-ups, superb animation, received wide critical acclaim from the German media. About the rest of us, don't know. So it comes on 3 floppies and the manual, which is in red and green. It actually has a few RPG elements, very basic RPG elements. It's not just straightforward platform. Again, not done my homework really, so I can't tell you too much more about it. But that's quite a good addition to have actually, because pretty rare, and if I don't like it I can always sell it, I suppose, can't I? I think I know someone here on YouTube who'd like that game, so maybe just maybe. Okay, the next one then, I shoot 'em up, horizontal scrolling, Apocalypse. Pretty nice, well it's a photo only, I don't think it's artwork as such. Bit of a dent around here, other than that though, pretty good condition. Crack on there. Apocalypse then, let me show you the back first. There's a horizontal scrolling, kind of a cross between perhaps Scramble and Defender. The idea is the various missions you have, but the main objective remains pretty much the same. 3 discs, a nice manual. Don't think this is in colour, but it's got some, yeah, it's got some pictures in here, so I'll quickly show you. So you got lots of enemies held hostage, allies held hostage, and the idea is obviously go rescue them. A bit like a Defender, except you shoot the hut or whatever they might be in, for example, and they run out and they run to your helicopter which you land, pick them up, take them back to your base, but you can only carry so many at a time, so all the time you've got other helicopters, gun turrets and that firing at you. It looks really good. Quite a few different weapons to have. Mines, homing missiles, rockets, fire bombs. More screens. Know your enemy. There you go. Choppers, jeeps, tanks, howitzers. It's big and it's bad. Try not to fly around in front of it. You see that? Where are we? Up there. Yeah, big old gun. Yeah, it's pretty good then, Apocalypse. It was originally started on the Amiga ages before it actually got released. I think they actually come back to it, if I remember rightly. I think at one stage it wasn't going to be released. I'm quite glad it did. It's a good game. Okay, 2 left, not quite so big boxes. First of these is an absolute classic vertical scrolling shooter. I do actually have the budget version, although the disc's a bit temperamental. Come out on the Mega Drive 2. This is Battle Squadron, the Destruction of the Barracks Empire. Absolutely fantastic vertical scrolling shooter. This come out, this was from the makers of Hybris. It's a shooter I've done quite a while ago, if you heard of Hybris. Very similar, quite similar actually. This moves on from it. It's not actually a sequel, it's just made from the same makers, so you can see quite a few similarities. And it can be a 2-player game as well. As with Hybris, you can change quite a few settings at the start of the game, as in how quick the bullets fly at you, how many are on screen at once, how quickly the enemy can shoot again, stuff like that. You can even change your desired start weapon. So it's pretty good. It's a manual, it's just in black and white. And this was what, 1989? I think Hybris was 1988, so I'm not sure what year it came out on the Mega Drive, but that's the only other system it appeared on, if I'm right. So, apart from a little tear there, pretty snazzy condition. Yeah, excellent game, and if I get the time, I'm really busy at the moment, if I get the time though, I'll be doing a gameplay of that one pretty soon. And the final game, nothing to do with shooting whatsoever, total change. In my top 20 Amiga games, my Amiga series I did recently, in my top 30 games, this was in there. I do have a copy of this, but now I've got the original. Rodland. Absolutely brilliant platform game, Rodland. And it's so cute, you'll puke, as they say. Down the side there. Just looks great. I'll show you the box here. It says Atari ST. Now this was on the Amiga listing. I'm saying this is for the Atari ST, but it's on the Amiga listing. But reason being, that's the Atari ST disc. And there's the Amiga one. A little manual. So it's another game which come through, which I have the Atari ST version of the game as well. Anyway, Rodland then, it's 40 levels, platform action. You have a little wand, basically, you can build ladders, you can shoot out ladders to the next level. Have a little wand which you can use, which can bash the enemy about, which turns them into bonuses, stuff like that. Great as a 2-player game, awesome as a 1-player game as well. I love this game, I really do, it's brilliant. Some interesting bosses in it as well, bosses. First bosses you come across are a bunch of alligators, which is quite interesting. It's just great, a fun game, it really is. That's it really. I say a lot, don't I? Yes, so not sure when the next video will be. Appreciate you watching this one. Comment if you do, Thanks for watching. See you See you again soon.